I bought a bunch of junk again. Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop. I am James in the very first installment of trying to work with the new uppy cam, the new camera positions. I've been recording about 6 seconds. I've already learned a whole ton of crap. Anyways, in the effort to continue to stay married to my lovely wife, Mrs. Rattlecan, we went antiquing today. Luckily, the place that we go antiquing happens to have a couple of booths that have a lot of tools in them. So I picked up a couple of things. I thought we'd look at them. One of them of dubious utility is one of the old Craftsman Kromedge adjustable dado wobble wheels. This one looks like it has had a tooth welded back onto it and replaced, because that one looks a little icky. Just not as pretty as the rest of it. Anyways, the whole theory behind this is that you can adjust this to make a dado of varying widths. Whether this is actually going to work or not, I don't know. I thought it was worth a shot. So as you can see, as this spins, the wheel wobbles back and forth. This one is currently set to 13/16, and it looks as if you could go all the way down to 1/4 of an inch. Maybe. We're gonna have to sit down and play with it and try to get it freed up a little bit more than it is. Right now we're set at 3/16. If I spin it on my fat little finger, you can see the wobble is much less. You can pick these up. I mean, you see them all the time for 5, 10, 15 bucks, something like that. They're a lot cheaper than a stacked dado set, because I mean those start at 80 or 90 bucks and go on up for a good quality one. So we thought we'd give that a shot. What else do we have? I'm going to make a mallet. I'm going to make a big solid edge mallet to do some carving kind of stuff with. And I found this hickory handle. I paid 2.5 bucks for it. It's not bad. I mean, you can usually get them, pick them up for 8 or 10 bucks. It's a number 743. I don't know what the heck that means. But anyways, that looks like that'll be fun. This, I haven't even walked over yet to see if this is going to work or not. This is a Jacobs number 436/16/18 chuck key. Still trying to find a chuck key that fits in that that stupid drill chuck on the drill press. We'll see if that'll work. That was a couple bucks. I found a handmade plumb bob. It's obviously handmade. Just because it's eccentric. I mean, if you spin it around, the top's not flat, the tip's not flat, the whole thing's kind of oblong. You can just see the tool marks on it. You know, that was a couple of bucks as well. We need a plumb bob because, oh, shh, don't tell anybody. As soon as the rolling tool cart is done, we're going to start building the wall. I picked up another cold chisel. This is a C20 Mac. Paid a couple of bucks for that. You never have enough of those. I bought this is an Eagle. Doesn't have any kind of designation other than Eagle, made in USA. It's an oil can. We're starting to do more and more light metal work. And I think that's principally, once we get the big drill press set up, I think that's what we're going to use the small drill press for, is doing metalworking and stuff. And so this comes with this little gasket. Still, it's crushed, but and this one's got a brass top on it. They actually had a whole stack of these. And this is the only one that had brass on it. $8. This I thought was kind of nifty. This is made by a company called, let me spell it first, Racodon. It's French, so I don't have any idea how to pronounce that. Racodon. It is it's a punch. It's a set of punches that ranges from, it looks like 2 millimeters all the way up to 10. It's a set of hollow punches. And they had $10 on it. And these, I've looked at them. I don't know that these have ever been used. I mean, it still has this, some sort of a machining, almost like a rust preventative type of coating on them. They just, I don't think they've ever been used. Anyways, they're made in France, came in this little holding case. I thought it was a steal. Who knows? And now I think the thing that I'm probably most happy about getting is I got a magnetic base and a new dial. Well, new to me. And I'm hoping that we can use these in conjunction with the other base that I have, and maybe I can get a working arm so I can actually use a dial indicator. Anyways, this is an Enco magnetic base. This one says it was made in Taiwan. And then affixated to it is a dial indicator. This is an Ames number 282, and it goes to, it's a .001 indicator. And I got both of them. I got both of them for $40. I don't know, some guys might just be going, oh, Whiskey Tango. But yeah, so we'll see if we can't maybe get this and a couple of other machinist pieces that I've got kind of set up. Maybe we can get a working dial indicator base so that we can start, especially getting that Craftsman table saw kind of hooked up and going. Just because up until this point, it's been a lot easier just to use the small, job site table saw on the workmate stand. That's what we've been using because that's a known quantity. It's much easier to use that than anything else. Anyways, so that's all the stuff that I picked up today. It's Sunday. It's raining like crazy. We got 3.5 inches of rain in less than 48 hours. I know a lot of you guys have gotten it much worse, and that's what we have. So we just decided to, do the couple thing and go antiquing, and we had a good time. So anyways, that's what's going on. We're gonna finish up the rolling tool cart. I think we're gonna finish that up this week. And the parts came in for the ShopFox mobile base. My leveling pieces came in from Grizzly. So those are on and ready to go. And what else did we, oh yeah, I could show you this. I've had this big strip of LEDs laying around with nothing to do, And so finally, I got a rebate card on actually, if you saw the build where I made the FreeNAS box to do my network storage, those cards finally came in, and so I have this nifty little 5-volt power supply. You put in 120 and it's going to stick out 5 volts at, believe it or not, 12 amps. Hopefully we're not going to run it that hard. So these two things in conjunction with my little HD camera. So between the two of these, well, that's 3. So between the 3 of these things, we're going to make an attempt to make a lit, you know, stop laughing kids, different lit. A lit acoustic guitar inspection camera. The problem that I've continuously been having is that even though if I have a good camera, it's hard to get enough light in there. So I've got a couple of ideas on how to get this rigged up so that we'll be able to see very well. So anyways, that's what's going on this weekend. I hope you guys have a good one. Remember, if you're a patron, check your inbox. I've sent you a message. I've only got about half my patrons who have replied back to me, and you want to reply back to me because this is a limited time offer. If I don't hear back from you, by the end of the week or so, then we're going to move on. Just because there are people who know what's going on and they want one. So anyways, I'm James. You guys have a great weekend. Cheers.
Hey, if you like this episode of Rattlecan Guitar Restorations, you might want to check this video out as well. Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, and if you'd like to help the channel grow, consider stepping over to our Patreon page and giving that a look. Y'all have a good weekend. Cheers.